Haunted house, a family's terrifying ordeal in a mysterious home. This happened a couple of years ago when my family moved from a small rural town to open a restaurant in the suburbs of a city in Ohio, USA. To make things easier for work, we needed to find a rental house close to the restaurant. We came across a nice townhouse with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, and a living room. It had a decent-sized front yard and looked brand new. Excited, we contacted the landlord and signed the lease right away without asking much about the house's history. The trouble started about 3 weeks after we moved in. At night, while trying to sleep, I'd often hear the wardrobe creaking, like someone was opening it from the inside. Sometimes, there were noises from the top of the wardrobe, as if someone was standing or sitting on it. The wardrobe looked brand new, so at first, I thought it might be mice or the wood expanding due to the weather. But the sounds happened every day, 3 or 4 times, without fail. Then, stranger things began to happen. The toilet would flush on its own when no one was around. The kitchen door would open and close by itself, even with no breeze. Sometimes, I'd catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure darting past out of the corner of my eye. But when I turned, nothing was there. I told my parents about it, but they dismissed it, saying I was overthinking things. I tried to let it go, but the weird occurrences kept happening daily. Things got worse when I started experiencing sleep paralysis. I'd never had it before in my life. Sometimes, I'd see a woman crouching on my chest, hugging her knees, staring at me. Other times, it was a man. I told my family, but no one believed me. The sleep paralysis happened almost every night for 3 months. My health began to deteriorate. I started having unexplained chest pain that radiated to my back, especially round my right ribs, making it hard to breathe. I couldn't eat. Everything I ate came back up. I barely slept at night, terrified of falling asleep and facing it again. My life was a nightmare. At first, I went to the doctor for painkiller injections because oral meds weren't helping. When the pain didn't go away, I went back for more tests, including an X-ray. The results showed inflammation in the cartilage of my right ribs, likely caused by something pressing or hitting me hard. The doctor asked if I'd had any accidents or collisions, and I said no. When I got home, I started piecing things together. Could it be those 2 figures sitting on my chest every night? It wasn't just me either. My dad, who's always been healthy, started getting sick too. He said he couldn't sleep because he kept hearing footsteps pacing back and forth at night. Then my mom had a terrifying incident. While showering, she felt someone push her from behind, causing her to slip and hit her face on the floor. She ended up with a gash on her forehead that needed 32 stitches. After that, I convinced my parents something was wrong with the house. This time, they started to agree. We decided to find a new place immediately. My younger sister found us a new house in just 2 days, and we moved out as fast as we could. On the last night before we left, we all slept together in the big living room. That night, I had sleep paralysis again, but this time, my parents and sisters saw it with their own eyes, a woman and a man sitting on my chest. I struggled and tried to scream. As my voice started to come back, everyone saw the 2 figures jump off me and run straight through the door, disappearing. We were all in shock. We lived in that house for nearly a year. As we were moving out, a neighbor from across the street came over and said, "You guys stayed the longest." Most people only lasted 2 months before moving out. Even some foreigners couldn't handle it. To this day, we don't know the history of that house, and honestly, it's probably better that way.